AI can only be as fair as the data it's trained on. If the data reflects decades of exclusion and bias and privilege in leadership, AI can't solve the problem, it scales it. So what can AI do and what can't it do for leadership? Welcome to the Future Ready Leader podcast, where we explore the strategies, the mindsets, and the innovations that are shaping leaders like you for tomorrow. I'm Afsheen, Executive Leadership Advisor and CEO of the Phoenix Coaching Company, and I'm here to help you amplify your leadership impact, navigate change with confidence, and create lasting growth in your organization and in yourself. Each episode will dive into leadership insights, real-world experiences, and transformative ideas to help professionals like yourself unlock your full potential. So if you're ready to future-proof your leadership and inspire meaningful change, let's get started. Welcome to the Future Ready Leader podcast, where we challenge the status quo and reimagine leadership for the future. I'm your host, Afsheen Ismail-Wey, and I'm the CEO of the Phoenix Coaching Company. And today we're diving into a topic that's changing leadership right now: AI in leadership. So the excitement is real. AI is making hiring more data-driven and coaching more personalized and leadership training more scalable. So it's solving real problems. And here's the question that we are not asking enough. What happens when AI isn't just helping leaders, but it's actually defining what leadership looks like? Here's the thing. AI, it isn't neutral. It learns from our biases, from our decisions and our system. So if we don't guide it with intentionality, it won't just replicate leadership. It will reinforce the very barriers that we're trying to break in leadership. So today we're going beyond the hype. How AI is already shaping leadership decisions is what we're going to be talking about. Where AI is enhancing leadership and where its risks undermining those leadership decisions. And most importantly, how we use AI as a tool for equity, not just for efficiency. So let's get into it. AI in leadership, it's an innovation that's already here. It's not in the future. It's happening now. So organizations are already using AI for performance tracking, for leadership assessment, for talent development, even for succession planning. And McKinsey reports that organizations are using AI-driven leadership analytics. Those that are using AI-driven leadership analytics are seeing a 40% increase in leadership efficiency and a 25% increase in retention rates. So AI is helping leaders make better data-informed decisions. Here's where we need to pause. Because who is training these AI systems? What leadership models are they learning from? And are they fixing bias? Or are they amplifying it? AI can only be as fair as the data it's trained on. If the data reflects decades of exclusion and bias and privilege in leadership, AI can't solve the problem. It scales it. So what can AI do and what can't it do for leadership? Well, let's get real about AI's role in leadership. What AI does well, it analyzes leadership performance with data-driven insight, and it can identify skill gaps, and it can recommend learning paths, and it can automate tasks so leaders can focus on strategy, and it can enhance hiring and reduce subjective decision making. But here's where AI is actually falling short. AI doesn't have emotional intelligence, so it can analyze tone, but it can't build trust. And AI is not able to navigate ethical dilemmas. So leadership isn't just about efficiency. It's also about doing what's right. And AI reinforces patterns from past decisions. So if those decisions were biased, AI is going to repeat them. And AI can't replace mentorship and lived experience. So leadership, which isn't just about knowledge, which is about people, misses out. This means we can't treat AI as the solution to leadership gap. AI is very powerful, but it does need to be guided by leaders who understand its limits. So what are the hidden risks of AI-driven leadership? Let's talk about that because they're real and they matter. First of all, there's bias in its leadership selection. AI models that predict high potential leaders often reflect historical patterns of exclusion. If the path favored one type of leader, AI will keep recommending that same type, even when better candidates exist. And then there's an over-reliance on data over judgment in AI, because leadership is about nuance, it's about ethics, it's about vision, and AI, it cannot account for that. So when AI prioritizes past performance over potential, it risks overlooking diverse leadership styles. And there's this illusion of fair AI, because many assume that AI is unbiased because it's data driven, but bias doesn't disappear in an algorithm. What happens is it gets embedded. Studies have shown that AI-powered hiring tools disadvantage women and people of color simply because they were trained on past hiring trends. So the question isn't, should we use AI in leadership? The question is, how do we ensure that AI doesn't become another gatekeeper? Because if we don't actively build equity into an AI system, they will default to the same inequities we've been fighting all along. So what's the future of leadership where we balance AI and human judgment? And how do we integrate AI without losing what makes leadership truly effective? We do this by making AI accountable. AI-driven leadership tools must be transparent and explainable. So do away with the black box algorithms deciding who gets promoted. Next thing, we keep leadership human. AI can analyze behaviors, yes, but leaders are the ones that build relationships. So AI can suggest decisions, but leaders should be the ones making the call. And we must begin to demand oversight. Companies must audit AI systems for bias, just like they audit finance. AI should not be a shortcut to avoid responsibility. It should enhance it, because the best leaders of the future won't be the ones who trust AI blindly. They'll be the ones who know when to trust AI and also when to override it. So in conclusion, AI is a tool, but leadership isn't built by tools. It's built by people. So if we want AI to truly advance leadership, we need to keep human judgment at the center, challenge bias at every stage, and demand accountability from organizations using AI for leadership decisions, because AI will shape the future of leadership. And the only question left to ask is, will we shape AI or will we let it shape us? If this episode made you think, do share it, because leadership isn't about waiting, it's about taking action.